sɛ anwummerɛ nso magye berɛ na mo ne yɛba bɛtena ase ne yɛbɛbɛka sunsun ayintasɛm wɔ nea ayinta wɔ abrabɔ mu nea ayinta wɔ adwuma mu nea ayinta wɔ busua no a woyɛ dɛn wowɔ mu no ɛno ho asɛm na Nyankopɔn difoɔ ne n'asɔfoɔ a anwummerɛ nso yɛbɛhyia mu a yɛkɔ asɔre a yɛnyɛ deɛ yɛ nkɔ fie na gye berɛ na nya abotrɛ so ɛtie sunsun ayintasɛm nea ɛbɛbɔ wɔ abrabɔ adakye bɛsi wo yie ho ɛno bi na anwummerɛ yɛba yɛno ba bɛkyɛ enti gye berɛ na baabi a wokɔ a wobɛtumi anya nea a yɛyɛ wobɛtumi anya bi ahwɛ wokɔ Facebook a ɛyɛ Bishop Sam David Ministry wokɔ Facebook a ɛwɔ hɔ wokɔ YouTube a ɛyɛ Bishop Sam David TV Instagram Bishop Sam David Ministry wokɔ no nso ɛyɛ deɛ ɛwɔ hɔ wokɔ TikTok nso a Bishop Sam David Ministry wobɛnya nea a yɛyɛ deɛ yɛyɛ no ɛne yɛ ne nea a yɛyɛ nea wokɔ no ma wo nsa bɛɛ deɛ ɛbɛka nea wɔsɔ program yi ase a da bi a yɛtumi ba kasafidie yi so na wotumi anya bihwɛ no ɛyɛ yɛsɔfo maame mama one ama ebi a obi Nyankopɔn nhyira wɔ na Nyankopɔn ntu wo nsɛm sika ɔma sika mpa wo nsɛm da na ɔma wo nya sika te sɛ ɛburo ɔma wo nya te sɛ sika te sɛ gadeɛ Nyankopɔn nhyira mama na ɔma wo nkwa ahoɔden a nyinkyɛ ɛyɛ deɛ ɛwɔ mu papa nso ɛwɔ yɛn ntam papa nso yɛpɔn asɔre wɔ nya yɛ wɔ ɛnam program yi ti no wajibra hwene ma ama ɛnɛ ɔne yɛ samba studio bi a yɛba bɛyɛ program nkyɛn nipa ba ɛnumere nso twɛdi a Onyankopɔn ɔnhyira na ɔnto wo kwan dɛm back to studio bi ɛnumere nso yɛwɔ asɔfoɔ ɛne asɔre ma nso ɛwɔ yɛn ntam wɔ nti ɛnumere nso ma bɛdɛ mu nyɛ di ɛde akyerɛ ahwɛfoɔ nti baabi a wɔ bi a so wɔ America wɔ Nigeria wɔ Ghana wɔ France baabi a wɔ bi a nyabotrɛ na hwɛn na after say program bɛkɔ awie no obeye nsa na nwura bɛkasa family code ho ayintasɛm a ɛwɔ abusua mu ate sɛ hwɛ na wo no na baabi abɛhwehwɛ no ɛne solution center and herbal church ɛne na koa Bishop Sam David ɛno na abɛhu saa code yi ɛne secret yi na ayinhyira de ama so for steady ɛmo akaba na go posa maame Grace ɛmo akaba sisters na ɛmo akaba ɛdi fupani akaba Nyankopɔn nhyira amen ahwɛfo yaba studio bi ɛtete berɛ na tie ayintasɛm a anwummerɛ nyame difoɔ ɛba bɛkasa afa ho sɔfo steady anwummerɛ nyame difoɔ ama yɛakonya kɛseɛ nyame bɛkasa afa family code ho ayintasɛm ade ahinta wɔ busua mu a ɛdi nipa nya bebree wɔ abrabɔ mu a nipa ntumi hu saa de kɔde no na wɔtumi ama difoɔ bi atumi ayi saa code na ayɛ dɛn adi akyerɛ anaso abie saa code na saa secret no betumi abie di akyerɛ na nwummerɛ ɛbɛkasa wo papa ana nya ngasa medical bi sa me question na question ya message da bi sɛ nwummerɛ sɛ ntingo sɛ adeɛ ne code ana adeɛ ne abusua code ana that what is the meaning of family code?
Okay, thank you. I greet Bishop Sam David TV viewers across the world. I greet you all for spending time with us, watching us. When you come, just do us a favor by sharing. This is Solution Center and Herbal Church members, pastors who are here, Baba Zuzu family, who are here wanting to share the secret of the word to you all. So this could also help somebody as well. Maybe you, the one watching, it may redeem you. So share it to reach as many as you can. And then subscribe to the channel. It's very, very important. There are more things are going to come in your life. Now, if you want to come to Solution Center, I say we are available Wednesdays and Sunday. We are available Wednesday and Sunday. That is our worship time. 7:30 exactly we start worship. And I greet Mystical College student, Sam David Mystical College. It's a Telegram school that when you are in that school, you will hear mysteries which are not found anywhere. You will know about that. So if you're a spiritual person, you are a pastor, you are whatever, a spiritual person or a prophet, you can join that school. Registration for now is 300 cedis, and each month is 100 cedis for a data for me to drop in more information to you. You can join that Telegram school. How do you join? You send hi to WhatsApp number. The numbers are there. You send hi to WhatsApp number. I want to join the school, and then you'll be giving the school number to send Telegram message to. Then you quickly join. Baba Zuzu t-shirts are all there. The products are all there. Diaspora and local. you can then buy. If you're in Ghana anywhere, come and worship with us. We keep on telling you that when it comes to financial breakthrough, when it comes to visa, when it comes to marriage, when it comes to miracle, you get it at Solution Center. So why are you waiting for wasting time? Now, Pastor Ima asked me, he said, what is code and what is family code? So 2 questions. Code. Code is an automated number generated by either individual or by computer. When such number is generated, anywhere it is generated, before you get access to that place, unless that code is tapped in. Code in this case also is like padlock. When you put that code in, unless you set the same number before you'll be able to access certain area. Code is also like a car key. When you don't find a particular key to that car, the car cannot spark. That is code. Now, what is a family code? Every family has a code. Before I enter into, let's see, this is a phone. This is a phone here. This phone has a code. So you can see there's a screen here. Can everybody see it? Yeah. Everybody can see it. When I watch, no. Oh, so I watch now. Okay, have you seen it?
Yes, please.
Okay, so let's do something here. So okay, so this is it. Enter WhatsApp. Let me see. Have you been able to enter?
Yes.
Have you been able to enter?
Yeah.
She's been able to enter. Is that not it? Okay. Enter WhatsApp. Let me see. You cannot enter. You sure?
Yes.
Ah. Enter. Let me see. Ah. But you just entered.
Yeah.
There is
The code.
There is a. So you understand the code now. So once the code is on this phone, unless you know the code, you cannot access it. Are you getting me? So this is practically about this phone. Okay. Now try opening it. Open it. Try it.
Open the code.
Yes, open the code.
Please, I can't open it.
Ah, you can't have.
I don't know the numbers.
You don't know the number.
That's it.
Forge the number and open it. Forge the number. It couldn't access.
Yeah.
Okay. It couldn't access it, so it has opened.
Yeah.
Is that not it?
Yeah.
So the code, I know the code. So once I get the code back, it opens. It is not by any strength. So we understand code of the phone. So family is something there that has a code from generation of the family. The first generation of the family, that person who bought this phone, which is mine, I put code on it. So any child of mine who will handle this phone, I must tell the child the code. If I want you to use this phone, I must tell you the code. Once I tell you the code, you can be able to operate it. Is that not it? So if I don't tell my family member or anybody the phone will be here. It will just be there. It will ring for them to pick a call. But after the call went, you can't do any other thing again. The same way the first person on the family has a code to every family. Every family there is a code. So the first person has code. So if he didn't show you that code, or he has shown the code and the code is missing, they have forgotten, there is nothing you can do in that family. Because you have to open it before you enter and know the good thing God has for the family. So if you ask me family code, this is it.
Papa Yadasi. Papa Yadasi. Now go bonshira. Therefore, ena nyame di fo akyerɛkyerɛ mu no. Ɛno na papa akyerɛkyerɛ mu di phone aye example no na wa kyerɛkyerɛ mu. Ebia na wohia ba wo. Wohia awo. Wohia awale. Wohia kwatuo. Wohia adwuma. Wohia sika. Be code bi da so. It is nyame di fo bia sa code no. Ansa na wade na yɛ den aba. Ansa na adwuma na ba. So ko Steven.
Thank you for your opportunity. I greet mommy wherever you are for sponsoring this program. Eyes of Mommy. That's how we call her. And I greet Daddy also for organizing such a big program for us to for people over the country and other places to encounter this message also. Okay, we are dealing with family code. By the end of today's lesson, I'll try and ask Daddy. There are so many questions I have and I need to know. So I will just allow Daddy to go through a bit and I'll get more questions to ask.
Okay, and that's a soft story. Yo, Mommy Grace.
That's Nyankopɔn nkyerɛ yɛ papa bishop a nyame ama ne nhunumu meka nhunumu a kyɛ sɛ nyame ama no ani a ɔde hu akyi asɛm na wama no adwene ne nyansa so ɛmu dɔ a ɔtumi ɛgye nneɔma bi a ɛhinta anaasɛ nneɔma bi a ɛho hia nanso yɛnnim ɔda n'adi ma yɛn nyinaa yɛnya mo ɛhuyɛ anaasɛ nteaseɛ Nyankopɔn nhyira no na ɔnyɛ ne kɛseɛ Daddy mepaakyɛ wo sɛ mete ase a na kyerɛ sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ nipa biara a ɔyɛ nipa a ɔwɔ asase so no ɛwɔ sɛ ɔhwehwɛ ne busua ne code.
Other than that, no. You're only receiving call. You can't make call yourself. You cannot make call. You don't have the right to do anything unless maybe by mistake God sent something to the family. That is what you get. There was someone.
You for masuma. Obia ɔwɔ asase so ɔwɔ nipa nyame abɔ wa asase so ɛwɔ sɛ wo hu abusua code. Ɛsɛ sɛ wo hu abusua ne code na kyɛ sɛ wo abusua ne mu kwa. Wo abusua ne mu kwa sɛ de yɛ papa ɛyɛ example set example di phone yi ɛma ye ne mu code ne ti yɛ ntumi ndie sa pepepepepe sɛ wo ne mu abusua code a wobɛyɛ den ɛna wotumi ehu abusua no mpo na akyiwadeɛ ɛne dia abusua ne pɛ na wotumi ayɛ den akɔ w'anim ɛwɔ abrabɔ nyame hyira wo no ɔnyɛ wo kɛseɛ paa eti wuti fe na wo hwɛ yan bɔ wɔde asɛ wo so bɛyɛ den wo bɛhwehwɛ w'abusua code Daddy mepa wo kyɛ o enti kwan bɛn ɛna yɛbɛfa so a yɛbɛhu abusua code
Yo, may that say. Now, this is it. If I leave this phone for you, you don't know the code. This is how you do it. It's either you send it to phone repeller to flash the phone. When you flash the phone, one, every information here gets missing. So you are starting everything afresh. You download new WhatsApp, you download everything new. I know you get what I'm talking about. Then the code will not. Then you will set your own code now on the phone. You will set your own code now. But every information is lost. So in your family, when you send it to repeller becomes a prophet or a spiritualist, man of God. That will flash that thing. When you flash it, you miss all your trace in the family. You have to start from the scratch and set your own code, and your family also begin to follow. But if you don't want this thing, this information in your family to get missing, you want to benefit, then you have to look for the first purchaser, the one who bought this phone first. You have to look for that person, the owner of the phone, the owner of the family.
Okay.
You have to look for that person and ask him the code. Okay, so how do you ask? Maybe he has traveled to America. So you have to take a phone and call for him to show you the code. So in this case, maybe he died. Okay, so you have to take spiritual means, make spiritual call, invoke his spirit and know the code and use it so that it opens to everybody to see what is happening. Then when it opens and you realize that no, the WhatsApp are corrupt, nothing better, you can flash it yourself now. So you either flash it, take it to a spiritually to flash it, or take it to a spiritually to invoke that person, call the person spiritually, and then get the code for you.
Papa, that's it. Any my mama, mama, so it's your turn.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
I want to greet everybody and our mommy too. Daddy, I thank you so much for this privilege.
Thank you.
And Daddy, we are talking about family code. If I understand what you are explaining to us now, so what if the person died or the person is alive and we ask him, that person couldn't give us the code? How are we going to go about it?
He will give you. that is the phone belongs to me. Okay, so when you call me and then I want you to use the phone, I'll give you, unless I'm not ready. But once you are from that family, you are entitled to the phone, so he need to give you. Or if you don't find, that's what I'm saying, you have to flash the phone.
So if you flash the phone, maybe there's important message there that I need to find out.
Yes.
Or I will benefit from it. If I flash it, that message is going to come. So how am I going to?
Yes. So if you know, sometimes it takes you to repair before you flash, they block it and enter into the system. Make sure they download everything. There's a way they do it to do everything before they flash it. So you can check from the other system. Are you getting it? Before they flash it. So there is a way they do that one too. So the spiritually will handle that aspect for you.
Thank you.
Business here that was it, and also contribution. So for my go point out, and here my was program yes, into so open so program yes, na a quantity akafo to nya bi hwe abofo ne adada nso nya bi hwe a esrew ofena be na ma betu ja obra be video screen na sha na ma bi go ofena ma na be sinya me di fo so na no nya me di fo to twen komo so so program na se na program no etime do chi so for Stephen.
Okay, my first question. We have people on this earth,
Okay.
that don't know their parents, and those that don't know their parents. In fact, how do they get connected to the family code? Because fine, they are in the world. They've not had any access to any spiritual person or any prophet. In that case, is there any human activity that one can perform without the prophet or any other person that this family code will be revealed to these people?
Now, your mother or your father may not even be aware of the code. This family code, it is not for your mother, it's not for your father.
It's beyond.
It's beyond. Even when your father knows it, then it has been handed over to your father, or your father has been told. So I'm talking about the starting of your family. Starting, what's your signing?
Asari.
Starting of Asari. The first name called Asari that gave birth to another person is called Kojo. Kojo Asari. Then Kojo also gave birth to Stephen. Then Stephen Asari. Then that first Asari is the point. He has the code to the family. So coming to your father there, no.
Then this one is very deep.
Yes.
It's very deep because some of us, we live in Accra. Even our extended family, we don't know them. So how can we locate?
You don't need to know your family before you know the code. You don't need to know your mother or your father died early. No. What you need to know is the code in that family.
Okay.
Are you getting the point? So if you take this phone and you know the code now, you don't need to know the owner. Are you getting me? Once you know the code, you don't even need to know the owner. You open it. That is the password on the family.
Correct.
Easy. So the first person. Now, Adam and Eve, when God gave birth to them, when God created them, in Genesis chapter 1, it says God created, God bara them. In Greek, in Hebrew, we say God bara. After he bara, chapter 2, he said he formed them. Then yata, he formed them, yata. He yata them. After that, he laid code. God laid code. He prepared everything. He said the code in the garden is the fruit there, in the middle. That is the code. He told them the code. Satan was also aware of the code. So are you getting me? Satan told them that is the code. So if you use the code, you will be moved to the world. You will no more be in this garden again. You will take dominion over the world. And truly, when they touch the code, what God did, God came and said, okay, you've opened the gate. So go to the world and produce. That is the code. I don't know if you're getting me. they've used the code.
That's it.
The fruit is a code they've
That's
used.
it. That's it.
Now,
That's it.
again, when Jesus Christ was here, the code to take people's sin is for Jesus to die. That is the code. Okay, so it was after he died. That was when Satan knows, he has done mistake. As for this code, he missed him. If he knows Jesus will die and he will be crowned as a king, everybody will mention his name. He wouldn't have let him die. That is the code. Are you getting the point? That is the code. Let's look at something that happened in Jericho. Joshua chapter 6, verse 26. Joshua chapter 6, verse the code. So every family has the code.
Okay, I read Joshua chapter 6, verse 26. Then Joshua made them take an oath at that time, saying,
He made them take an oath,
oath.
covenant.
Okay, at that time, saying, curse before the Lord.
Listen, curse before
Curse before the Lord is the man who rises up and rebuild this city, Jericho. With the loss of his firstborn, he shall lay its foundation.
I'm coming. That is the code. You see the code he put there? He locked Jericho. The city of Jericho, he locked it. And the code he put there is that before you rebuild this Jericho, any leader, before you become a leader, that you are building it well, your firstborn must pay. He must die. That is the code. So if you are building Jericho, you have to know you are sacrificing with your firstborn. If not, don't tempt. Because code at that Jericho has seen. So which has here at that the password, you don't know. So you can't build Jericho without your firstborn dying. He continued to say, even your lastborn should pay. Continue, let's see. He said, if your firstborn die, you didn't listen, your lastborn must follow.
Okay, so I continue. With the loss of his firstborn, he shall lay its foundation, and with the loss of his youngest son, he shall set up its gates. Amen.
You see that? So 2 of your children will go. Password and that's all. So everybody will be scared to be a leader of that Jericho. That is the password. So they will not know. If you don't know the password, you will be a leader in Jericho, your firstborn will die, your secondborn will die, then you leave. Another person say, oh, this place here, no leader. You don't know the password. The password. So a country has a password. Community has a password. Family has a password. Even a job has a password. A church has a password. Ministry has a password. That is why some pastors, they will start ministry to collapse. They don't know the password. Unless somebody show you the password. But don't you hear somebody say start ministry, it collapse? Not 1, not 2, not 3. You've not been hearing that one.
Yeah.
But it doesn't, person is not a good pastor. It's a good pastor. But it is not about good pastor, it is about knowing the password. And keying into the password. Finish. Then the church will stand. You're married. Before you marry, you need to know the password, the key, the code. If you don't know the code, you don't know. Even your family. Now, after you marry, finish too. You have to have password on your marriage. Are you getting me? This are you getting me?
Yes.
After you are married, you yourself, you have to put on top of the marriage. If you don't create password, the marriage will collapse. There will be issues in the marriage because there's no password. So if there's no password in this phone, everybody want to live with them, want to peace and come. Somebody can enter and write the wrong message to people. You get it? So your marriage, you need to put password on your marriage. When you put password on your marriage, so nobody can enter. Your work, you need to put password on your work. So human life is full of password, just like a phone.
Okay. So my question is, so we are talking about family code.
Yes.
Okay, so a family code. Me personally, I'm not married. Let me say someone who is married
Mm-hmm.
and doesn't know a family code or his or her family code.
Okay.
So especially for that person that is married to get a new code because he has gotten married.
You can only get a code from that marriage that you are married.
Okay.
But as from the family code, you don't have unless you flash it. If you don't flash, the code is there. Now, maybe the password there is that when you marry, 5 years later, the marriage to collapse. So it's waiting for you. A channel. Like the Jericho.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the hotel.
At the hotel.
Mlano.
So that's why you see some family they marry. By the end of the day, they divorce. Some family they will give birth like 8, 6. From there, then the man will divorce, then they will come back. Some family they will never pay their bride price. And I just understand. The woman can be beautiful, do anything, but no. Once they start packing the thing to go and do, then something will come and jump inside. Even when the thing assembled, then another family say is not going to agree. The password is on it. If you don't open it, no, it will never happen.
Okay, so my next question is it only people who are related by blood can be in a code? Or
So it's in my so we come.
I mean, is it only people related by blood? Is it only families that has the code?
Good.
Or can your friend or someone, maybe family friend and like something like a group of people, maybe say a work, church, organization, can they have a code?
Now, when we're talking about code or password, we have different types of password. This phone, we have something called patterns. You draw to open.
Yeah.
Then another one you key in figures.
Yeah.
Another one you use your thumbprint.
Yeah.
We have different forms of,
Yeah.
but they are all under what? Code. So your friend, you can have code. If you have that code, it will affect you and your generation and affect your friend to generation, either positively or negatively. The same way your family related by blood too can have code. Are you getting me? Now, let me just enter small, you see something I'm talking about the code. If Asari, I'm just giving an example, I didn't say it's if Asari, the first child he has, he didn't pay bride price for the woman. He slept with the woman and they gave birth to many before other people. Then there is another password on the family. It will be difficult for certain people to be paying bride price for women.
Correct.
Code has set there. He has set the code automatically. So Asari must come and prove to you that the code here is that first person that he saw, he never paid his bride price. Then you know the code. Then before you enter into any woman, if you don't pay bride price, you don't enter. That is when you can break that code. Are you getting the point? Now, maybe Asari, the woman he go to take, the woman has stolen. Asari knows. Asari cover it and back the woman, and then they marry, gave birth. Then the code, that family will be thieves. That is the code there. Are you getting the point? Code. Code. Asari maybe, I am just making an example, not Asari. I beg Asari family, I beg you. I am just making an example. Maybe Asari, when Asari didn't drink, he can't sleep with a woman. So he drink before he sleep with a woman. He drink before he sleep. The woman too drink before they sleep. Out of that, they gave birth. Code has started. So you'll be drinking like that. It's a code. You didn't ask where women like to off light mostly before they have sex. Code does so. Because of Adam, when it started in Garden of Eden, how it started. So they off lights before they want. Only few code does so. A woman, Why would they look at your face? But later in the night, your own husband, you say off light. Like sister Grace like this, off light. Sister Sam, off light.
It's a new home.
What do you say? And now more code that so. So it's affecting them. So when you give birth, they are any lady, they are off light. Doom light. Or young sumo darkness. You get it?
Yes, sir.
So that is it. Code. Password code. And there is nothing without code. If there is something without code, then it will invite other foreign materials inside to destroy the thing, and the thing cannot sustain. It is a code. Every spirit in this world also operates by code. They operate by code. Sometimes when you come down from heaven and you don't go in a certain time, you remain, you cannot go again. You have that time, but you cannot fly back. You remain forever. So they know their code. They work also by time. So it's code.
Papa Nyamishra. Ashafo Nyamutro, you quachly, I was like your quachly power, your group at you saw Galen. When you told me to chong, I told Dopo, now see me now to pata, now one I was here. Nyamutre, a man you got quasi, now quasi near to your quasi. Now be Isra, I'm Grace. You measure us.
That in Yamisha.
Amen.
Yamami, to the wash, I am a beer will be our back, each year. Yet there was and no about Tampa, we am here. Maybe I am by what I say, Uncle Ponton when you. Let's ask my debia.
Yes, come
down. 3 years of fire as well.
Come down.
They have done our
Scouts Blanc, some glass of
but Tampa, why am
I
saying, yo, Daddy, since ya say, Obit fear air shame, or till a June air shame, oh, 3 years. Ewo, must be out with that to na saa nipa no wo kyerɛ bibi sɛ phone wei sɛ code bi da so a na saa na obetumi abie no agye sɛ muhu phone yi ne wura obi a ɔde nka to phone a phone yɛ ne bia ɛno ti sɛ yɛde kɔ yɛ busua mu a na kyerɛ sɛ ebi mu yɛ busua no code ɛda yɛ busua no so a na kyerɛ sɛ yɛ nana nipa a ɔde nkan ɛba a busua no mu and I say, or no, so bad, or where we see a santini now, or no, no, they could be supporting one. Nessa brain so, Ebiana send it when you hope, where we call. Until you knew that you quite baby, I don't call shade this son. Until be shy, and I would say, ya. Nessa, Nipa or Debusianity where we cry. Quite plain, I have a fasso, and I had a young Busian code. And I say, Yenya will be a bit to me, I'd say a code.
They can come to us here and then we'll show them the code. One thing is, I also come from a family. We have code. So I look at the code. But then my father was telling me about, as for them, they use the word padlock. Padlock that was here. So I begin to ask, so check the padlock. Because I realized that they knew my signing was a very rich person. So those times, what is happening? So when you go straight, you realize that the first person, they couldn't see the code. So he flashed, let me use the word, he flashed the phone and key in his password. Are you getting me? He flashed the phone, the code, he didn't see it all. So he flashed it and he set his own code. So he started his own thing. So things were going. So he was the first person to buy those articulator, big truck, those time. Very rich, everything was going on. Then he couldn't show the code to the child. Then the child also came to flash and start his own code, which is a buffer.
Okay.
My father's, this is buffer. Buffer too didn't know he would die, and then he died with the family code. Are you getting it?
Yeah.
So now, hey, they gave birth to my father. My father has gone to school, work in Accra here, Accra High Court here. He went, you can't see any footpath of him, and the rest went to ITTU. Oh, coming Kumatam, and the rest. What is this? So when my father said, okay, then I have to break that code and then form my own what? Code. So me too, I flash the phone. And then I set in my own code. We start from me, Bishop Sam David Choden.
Yeah.
So I have to not to repeat that mistake of my forefathers. So even as young as my children, I start telling them the code that I use. It's no more my family code. You can use, if you come from my family, you cannot use my own. Because I flash that one, me, I'm using my code. So I tell them this thing. So that when one day I am not there, it will not be a problem with them. If they don't have anybody to flash it, then why are they going to get it? Are you getting the point? Because it got to my father time, they are now uncle. They gave birth to them. I have uncles. And everybody is moving. My father is fighting for the children. My uncle too is also fighting for their children. Instead of them to gather and say, what is the code? No. Are you getting me? So my father was there. He couldn't break the code. My uncles too couldn't break the code. But he taught me this lesson, that there is a code. There is a padlock in every family. So he gave me example in the family, the community. We have about 4 tribes in that. He told me each one how they do this thing. At a stand, even knowing some code to some family. Some family, what they do is that when you're a married person, you bath and enter, they'll come and open the door, come and catch you by force. So you realize that that's what has started. That's how they behave. There are some family like that. And there are some family too, the same tribe, other family too, juju. They will sell the last shirt and go and take juju. And they will be walking barefooted. They value that juju. Are you getting me? That is another thing. So he told me, but then I said, no, I have got to flash this in, man, and start my own password with my family. Are you getting it? So you can see, if you enter my family, nobody will tell you that, look at Bishop Sam David, look at so and so. You will see that no, code issue I'm talking about is fact. Yes.
Papa Edasi, Eluchi, Baby Grace, Mamato.
Daddy, Yamisha, we went to the fact. We went to the pa, and so much is a hope, and no much is a hope. I said, so when did the room? Now, where them say, your papa, and then on way to our room. Say some way, yes, yet the Namana say, your bob like your quan as a year. You knew, says, I could do on my day with Nasso. That the Yamis stop. It is an 70 I see ya. And found say, we wish penny okuta kodu or an answer to Debbie. One can submit to me every 2 days.
But the woman said, Musia be one. We need code and high. Because Musia be when you get their code, that's for them to be a crown. It is so breaky code now. You have to fight for that, you know, okay. So, like the day I told you about, as for him, he doesn't struggle for any business. That's what I know. He doesn't struggle for any business at all. So if you get that code, like you just sleep and businesses will be running like that. Are you getting it? So some families there, you still have to get the code because they are ministers, presidents, they are big people. So if you break that code, you flash everything. That ministerial thing is not in your line again. So unless you build that code yourself again, and it's not easy. Are you getting it? And God willing, I broke the code. I set another password, but the password can categorically say me myself, the password I have set is even bigger than that the new one self. Are you getting me? But it's not going to be easy. So and found now so a bit of what a here. So to me, who break you here? Our hope. Since you have been phone, You have to download things. You have to have more data and then spend more money to do this thing. That is how it goes. And it will take time. But if you can concentrate and go speedily, you can do everything like that.
Yo, that be the answer. And yeah, it's here for a champion only must uncle send an hour someone. Basuma, so would fear a share to do more share. Baby be a war, washing and answer would say you. And then I was away as a winning will boost your coda. The old bayan said, Obey your papa. Bishop Sam David. A year beyond and Yami Nesio. Amanemba. Etienne Sneffie, Brana be no shrew, Onimquaya, or no Yamiaman is our key. Eti Onimquaya or Belfast or Betson, a wood baby be our say, baby be our one who will boost your coat. Ebi a wodi na ye dio enti sa wo flash a tese wa flash tese wo property bibia wo japade na wa flash egu afia sa wo sa be waste time ape ye face e code fofo ebi a wo code nko abefa no na wuti anye lucky anye se papa oni dio ye man ebi a wodi na abefa no na anye ya ma sa eti bombo dia tutubrika ne be hu ya papa no nse wo abusuan code aye de daso ne bie na wo so ntumi en de wo ho e wa adabo da wase
Mama Grace ya da so wa ya de any question a wotumi bi sha ye ye ko ye mame sister esenam so isesana.
Thank you.
Yo that's
I would think our mother, the mother in the house. Thank you so much, Mommy, for everything that you have done for us. Daddy, thank you.
Thank you.
And then if I understand all the questions today, first of all, I will start for myself.
Okay.
Because my family, I don't know my family.
Okay.
42 years now.
You don't know
But-
your family.
Yes. When I get to know my family, I understand that we are very rich.
Okay.
But we have 3 surnames.
Okay.
So all these 3 surnames, how am I going to know this is the code from this is the code?
So you're using the 3?
No.
Using the 3?
Me, I only know that I have only one. But when I got to know that we have 3.
So now you have to check the code of the one you are using, the family you think you belong to now. You have to check its code.
So if I understand my second question, when I ask the people in the family, no one able to tell me or give me the answer to my question.
The code?
Yes.
They also don't know.
Because everything I ask, they don't know.
Yes.
Even my uncles, they
It's
don't
not
know.
today. It is missing. You know the code we are talking about. Sometimes the person didn't know he would die. That's why you can realize that some people are dying. They say, call my firstborn for me at the hospital, anyway. But before they die, then he says something. Don't you realize that?
Yeah.
He's been telling them something. Those are the code and the secrets they are telling them. And some people will die at the time nobody is there, or something like that, or they cannot say, then he died and gone with it. So your uncle too don't know. He's been struggling, he didn't know. Some people don't even know that it is a code on the family. The way I read, like Joshua, like said something. Then are you getting it? Now let's assume something. Sometime the first person or alongside your family, the first person, your great-great-grandfather got married, and then after he got married, she realized that the man is not taking care of her well. So your mother herself struggled to take the children to learn, to go to school. They say, even there is nothing in marriage. If she can struggle herself like this, then it's better children begin to struggle and stop this man issue. He has laid a code. So when your children grows, now she has forgotten wanting to marry, then they will marry, but they will just be struggling. The man will not take care of the children. So most women, they are now struggling to take care of their children. A code is laid from that time. The opportunity your mother had or your great grandmother had, you couldn't get that opportunity to take care of your children. A code is being laid. You just came, you go to setting, you came. As I'm talking, then you said code already. It's the same way in the family. What you say and what you do that day becomes your code.
Yeah.
That is it. So as to our generation, you might have gotten like about 20 code already in your family. Huh? Your great-grandfather has one. Your father also add another code. Another person add another password. Another. So when you open this one, he adds another password. You open, he adds another. You open. Even you yourself, you are adding password to it.
That's it.
Because of the things we are doing and all that. Yeah.
My question is that, so if I want to do my own code, how am I going to go about it? Because in the family, I know that we have something, but when I look at the whole family, no one ever built a house that I can point that this one built, this one no. So how, if I want to get that from, or I want to do my own code, how am I going to go about that?
All right. So you have to come to me. I will flash. You want it to be flash out. Oh, Anna. You get it. So we have to flash it out. When we flash it out, then you have your own code. Thank you. Ask that question again.
My question is, as my family code, how am I going to, if I want to do my own code or get up from my family code that I don't even know or no one know about it, how am I going to go about it? Because someone is out there, is facing the same situation as I'm going through.
So I have to invoke the spirit in your family. Then they will bring out information. That information will, these are the password to your family. You get it? Like that.
Thank you.
Mama sinam yedasi eno so eno wasem bisa uti bisa nyamedifo na nyamedifo ama umma ahwefo koso na jebre na hweye na asana echeche no ebekwa wie no na nyankopon ahyirawo na nyankopon so ama obisa de na ahwehwe no ama wonsa aka emuaye no da bia beba kasafidie so ameka kire wo hye eye ma me ba akopɛ esofo maame batampa na yemu ye ema ne mani na futabla ba oda manse nyankomo bia no numa no na yemu ye ya maame yo ono waso yasene na de bia ye ba studio bi du makeups ne ade obo ye ho kama du makeups tutu ye ne achi betra ti ye achi ne ne mo kasa atwetwe nyame ehu den enkomo maame ane so yase nti so obo mpa ye so a okokoto de ma na obo mpa ye man se na de bi oye bia no yankopon mani fi adomo nya de enkwa adomo ye ba me yankopon hyira se abribia oboya sedom boya chidom she kutupa se yanyire ho ye adwuma no ba bia obia yankopon hyira ye back to studio bi papa me say be bisa question we
Okay.
e bia no bi hwaye na tweno ni ba ko no hwe na bia ono de family code no wa hu
Okay.
no hu ye no obi so asa the different code that two send pa no so wa hu family code no nti wa film but obi a wo hia no no ripa ko ne koye akasa ba ntokwam e bi omo tu compound house no ripa ko nya exchange of words no ripa ko ne ka se mi to no so sa wo ye fon ye unya bi na wo ya wo ba so ripa o hwe ye sesi a e kwa ben so ano be fa sa password ni e be fi ye fon so.
It's very simple. What he's saying is that maybe you've left your phone. The person knows your password. So after you left, he comes to put another password on that. Your own phone, you open and you cannot get access. Your own phone. Your own phone.
Yeah.
But somebody comes to put another password on it. This is very simple. So that one, if you flash it out, you don't have problem. So you just going to take it you take it to phone repair. So this one you take it to human repairer,
Okay.
which is the prophet or the spiritual person.
That's it.
Then he will flash it out for you,
Yeah.
because the person has laid a password on it. It's very simple. You see, we have people there. As for them, they can lay password. No matter which phone you get, they can lay password on it. The same way we have people who can open people's password without you telling them. They are the prophet, they are the spirituals. Like they can hack into your account, get your password. So we have some people like that. So you have to quickly visit them so that you can never conceive. The password laid on you, it will be lifted up. Yeah, you have to visit the spiritual.
Yeah. Papa Yakubu Shao. Enti Papa me pacho na onipa ku ya ohwe ebia oni Ghana o wa mononi.
Okay.
Awale de be fa ni figure de ko amononi.
Right.
But o ka amononi no. Aba kwanya de fo na mbo ba o Ghana e ya ni ko duo. This is send pai efre o tete fon so a. Me pacho e mo be na ni pe ya fre o tete fon so betim da mo le pai.
Okay. So when you call and you are outside and you call for search and assistance, there are some code you need to calm down. There are some code you don't need to come. So through our discussion, I will know that you don't even need to come. Then I will tell you how you are going to activate it. Then we will just activate. And I've activated a lot of people outside. Seriously, I can boast of that. A lot of people's password and code in their family has been activated. Most of them are people will flash their code and they restart their own thing together.
Okay.
Are you getting me?
Yes.
Then we lay another code.
Okay.
After we lay another code, we lay it. Most of them is financial aspect, and then it is about marital issue. And most of them too, they have laid code. They cannot marry. Most of them, they cannot marry. They grew 45, 50, but they are not married. Some they have only one child. Some don't have at all. When a man comes and disappoint them, they tell you that their sister the same thing. They lay code on them. Some even their family is not like that, but somebody personally lay code on that person. And your girlfriend can lay code on you. Your boyfriend can lay code on you. Anybody you have sex with has power to have code between two of you. The way you asked before.
Yeah.
If you don't know you have an affair with timid lady, timid man, the moment you finish, he can lay code on you. Or smart lady who want to destroy you, the moment you are punishing her. You're punishing her. You think you are champion, no problem. She will come and then pamper you well. The day you slept with her, then she will lay code on you instantly. You cannot get out from that. They say where a man also can do it. They've been doing it all. Husband and wife, they've been doing it. Relationship, they've been laying code here and there. So you see that even today somebody came. What did I tell you to tell you? I told her the lady you move with laid code on you. Yes, it's simple. So look at it, he grow up to certain age, but the code they lay from younghood is still in his life. He traveled to UK and came back, do all sort of work, but nothing. That code, if you don't remove it, that lady, that is all.
Papa, me pacho me pese me dey me question your to so me to.
Okay.
Papa, o say kane no na ye na nanu no. Bia na ebusua bi ho no. Na ebusua ne ebia awade efe na awade dia bo. Se na se be nso aba akoko. Enti kane no na nanu no timi ko baabi. E de bia ebusua no sika ewu no de ko ekoji ebi di bafie se de be ya ebusua ne emma ne mmemme ewu no be nya awade. But omunya awade ni wiye no sa code no eye sika code no place this omutimi omu come fa so be break sa code no na omu finance aye dey akwanim be obi hwe ye papa mo wale pa omu wale e wa ebusua ni be omu wale omu nya sika e wa awade ase omu nya nije e wa awade ase na ma de bia omu nanan aye dey akojia beto ebusua ni enti kwambe so na so ba wo nchanya bibi wo no sonko a betumi anya masa ngofo na na because you to so me no.
May I say?
Pia.
Before I answer your question, I think I counsel a man.
Okay.
It's called Agbala.
Mm.
He's coming from Nigeria, Agbala. This Agbala man travel all the world, but he's not having one single room in his hometown. So when Agbala came and we went through, I realized that even the name Agbala is a code. The name Agbala, when we went, we realized that Agbala is an adult name, God's name. And how did he come back? Their great grandfather was a powerful king, but he gave birth to only female child. Now he need a male child to succeed him. So he went to a shrine to contact a spirit called Agbala to give him a male child. So that when he give him a male child to succeed his throne, then he will give him that name Agbala. So he gave the name Agbala to that person. So that becomes the assigning. So when it will give birth Agbala so and so. When it will give birth Agbala so and so. You give birth Agbala so and so. That becomes the assigning. Now, that goes, the Chiwadie is that you don't need to get money. Now, that God, the Chiwadie, is that you don't need to give birth to a female child. So this give birth to male child plenty, but no female child. Because of the name password from Agbala. He said, yes. Even the shrine, the owner of the shrine knows that if you need a male child, that is where you come. But if you need money, don't come there. If you need a female child, you don't come there. Male child. But when he gives you male child, your monies are exhausted. But those times, the king there, that time, was having money. So he didn't consider all these things. That's why this guy, Agbala, traveled all no single. And we have to say the password must change. So how did we change that password now? So he changed his name. Agbala. He changed his name, changed everything completely. And down the two years down the line, things begin to pick up. Now, coming back to your question, there are families, those times, women are not giving birth. So they are rich. So they go that will take little of our wealth and give us children. So now they take all. As they take it, another generation, they take another generation. So it will reach your generation, no money at all. But you give birth plenty. So when the second family is there, you have identified what is in your family. So that one is not long procedure. You just come and tell me, and I will show you the key and the way forward.
Papa, yeah, that's it. Yankupo, Israel, Papa. Number, I the number will tuga. So, also program nasi. Na only a soft mammy mobile program. Na number and be tuga. 0591 659608. 0591 659608. Often number where a Benjamin for direct. I mean for a Papa Power Street. Na also so program nasia. Afre Papa. Na ni obia. Back to studio. Stop stealing.
Okay, me it's not a question. It's
Okay.
a contribution.
Okay.
So according to what Daddy has told us, we've learned that our tank, it's a very major one that causes good in people's life. So I'll urge each and everyone over there, wherever you are watching me, that if you have any relative, any friend, be careful with the words you use. Be careful with what you say, because what you say today will not, maybe it will not have effect today, but tomorrow someone will have effect on it. So I advise that we all learn from our mistakes. But one thing is that everyone has a code on his or her family. Let's try as much as possible to come and see our daddy. Me, I'm gonna see him. So try over there, come and see him.
Is there a name?
Oh, thank you. Daddy, I don't know what to say because it's very deep. If we want to talk about this, maybe we will not end.
Yes.
Because it's very, very deep. So what I would say that maybe this that you have to do the part 2.
We do part 2 because even firstborn has a code, secondborn has a code, thirdborn, even lastborn has a code. Yes.
Because what we are talking about, it brings my mind to so many things. Yes, it brings my mind to so many things. I have to go and work on it, and I'll ask questions too. So I'm telling the viewers to do the same thing.
Yeah.
And the second part, we'll talk about the rest.
Oh, Mommy Grace.
That's
That's
that Yamisha. Now your papa can't be said. Awale for Omo Walia. Beat me the good at 2 weeks. And I am papa because the set example. Cecilia. Madam Fubi. And go a nyawale na to say emprachi
ya.
Ena bema no onene te say ka onene be wale. Ena okofa na danfo. Girl na danfo.
Okay.
Ena oja ono girl. Ena na me madam fu no hu ye ohu omo no. Eno can't to almost say. Say, ono na danfo na wabafa wabeje ne boy. Se boy no ewale na ewale no ne ne wa. Ende na che say, sida. Na so ne ne bewu mpo a on wale da obeje on so akowale oba afofo.
Hey. What the father of me no hole abon kelo.
Hani ya wakami blessing.
That the answer agrobi, answer agrobi. Or say on it get any woye, but one wale no ko wale or bafo for kawa. Now, on the same person in the south only panas. Almost Bema be so also or say again in your blah, not only mushi, cry, or no breaking the virgin.
Okay.
And no send any more sakra, or new yin simple way. Obi ye no ena o man ne sister sika say on fa yi fun no ena ne sister so dis kan no ka ebro e di man no oni mu hio na oja no tu dem wa bra yi fun ni say nyame pe ne be mo enti no onu nim say nipa no fa yi fun no nim say be man na ma ne sister sika man but onu nim say be man no eja no na be man no so akonto de ne mo be outside. And almost was so sure pan who cheat it twice away dry. And I'll say, Bearman, I want to do so to be too quantity there. And I just say, oh no, on Tias. I'm going to do Basso, the embassy, the embassy, chance to know to convert a gun has pam, passa. Bearman, it was a see, I make a see. When to me, I'm outside the time. Eti na nsenya no again no onya ne number ne nkomodim no baka che ne se eyeme outside na wanko na eyeme na kan ye me ye eye na wanko se wo betu papa akumi wo kumi we akumi wo ye me den kra me ma sign e na me no na ati Ghana eti eye no kra papa
Sir, do you see what happened that the lady said between those people? They would think it's today. But their generation to come, that code will never end there. It will continue and continue. So how would the 5th generation yet to come know that such a thing has happened? Mr. Grace, what did you say? Me see, lady no, what catch say, who bear man, saw lady no, won't worry no, so I away. Winning, sa lady now. One year man, one worry. Code down see me busia ni nyina so. Abai wo bi obe worry obe bia no, be man to me nya ni wade o. Ye be wu na nti se omo ya ko do 6th generation no, e be ye de no be hu se ye ma mi ni obi na omo anya ntoko ana code bi da.
Enu na asem.
Enu na yesu ye ti ha sisi o. Ah ye busia mu de acid last. Asare mu busia mu obe ye de am.
About what direct. About what.
One who said that Tisa bra more yes okay, Bakusu no they say Abrotino or Chino one. No himself okay, the wire there is between that when some man Nipa or will be all the children and unborn like that going outside becomes a problem for them. It's like Esau and Jacob. After Esau, what you need to free no niba edaso. And he puts a password on you, a code on you. You think it's you. It is there, your children. That is what somebody put on you. Open it immediately. They open it immediately and lock that person quickly and be free. You take it, look. This is not what he has said. Somebody will just be in the trotro and put you say, oh, me, I'm going to church. You're going to church. So church, open it to lock the person instantly. Lock it 2 times, 3 times.
That but only obi to meet na F4 car. Na mate ni yam of no na wakasa wo be mate sa.
No one say agro.
Mate no be sa wo nya djuma bia ya wo bobre bia wo bia
ja. Mate for you hear? In fact, I've seen some mates and their life is wretched. They don't know. They come. Nothing is working. They have forgotten when they were mates. Even common change, you were insulting the passenger. And the passenger said, you, only the mate, you never see anything. He thinks it's just joke. Your children will be mates. Your great-grand will be mates. How would they know that their forefathers have done something? Everybody should be careful.
Papa, Yamisha, Mammy Grace, Yango Posha, Papa, I'm very mobile. And my love, you know, Munyatoka. Now, Omunyatoka no Moku. Anabaku, Ekatebaku said, Akusia Muebo, Akusia Etuka, Akusia Bema Falcona, Bema and me and Bemana. Okay, so I catch him saying Makusia, Emubodia, the Makusia in Kadia, and now would you with the China bed. Papa, Bakuno catch it, said China be moon. Papa get me try one as you do to me. As a monia, a young boom soon get opportunity. Not only two. Papa, I didn't know from no after the house. But you make 2 years. 2 years. I remember being I go to me. And funny spirit won't be as well tap. But I 2 hours. I will feel more, but you see the boys. I will eat and never. Tama, it is in the paper. The paper on China. Many blessed America. And money will get you a job baby. You go up money will no money on no buy ya. A summer back to make cancer back home. Papa, the Sabi, I remember Bama Pamatico and Mission day. To what chair back home. The sample for you on no bound chair. Before, that was my mother.
I assume you are more free. We will take them out of that person because even there are some ladies, they are doing prostitution. It is not they think it is there because when they were young, they did something who were push outside, you be, and then that is what they do. They think they are beautiful, but no, it is about the same food that is working. So everywhere you go, every man wants to sleep with you. Everywhere you go, every man wants to sleep with you. You will think about it, but no man will take you serious just to sleep with you. Finish. Oh,
Papa. And
the coat can be laid even behind you, not even in present. The part of it you have to lay coat add to the one who said it here.
Papa, I pay you for what you finish definite editorial. My little what you that editorial, but Boachi. For Boachi, I find I assess you is your museum, who's no one as I say. I said, I promise. I don't have a few from mouth, a few more muscle.
That's why if you study me, I don't have a friend. I go to home. From home I come. I don't do this because if me, you offend and I want to lay code there. I don't lay it today and stop. I know it worked today. But I will lay it the whole year. The whole year is my work. When I wake up in the morning, it is there. If I'm going to sleep, it is there. 2 times in a day till the 365 days, I will finish. And I will finish you complete. And if you come that I should remove the code, it's going to be difficult for myself. Because it's the whole year that I used to lay that code.
This is number 5. You have to meet say you the whole year.
So, hey, I don't, that's why I walk quietly to my, if I lay it, or I don't even know you outside the Quran, and I think, oh, yes. You see, so it's very important. Let us know who we are dealing with, and then we shouldn't prompt anybody to say the bad word on us. And you see, laying of code is like it. Spirits are in the world. The Bible says the spirits are more than we the human entity. So they get hold of certain words that we say. That is
this now.
So thank you, Pastor. Daddy, what we are talking about, let's say that someone did something to me, that's me. And when I help the person outside, I pick his wife from here and take him to outside. And they became one, husband and wife. And they did the thing to me to the extent that it pains me, but I didn't talk, I didn't say anything. So what pains me the most that they insult my family, my mother, everybody. So in the night, I wait in the night, 12 o'clock, Saturday 12 o'clock, and I went to the bathroom.
You are going to lay password.
Yes. And I remove myself naked.
Hey!
And I sit on the floor in the bathroom. And I say to God, and I cry bitterly to God that if I help them, even if I let my sister brought into our house, feed them for 1 week before we buy ticket and do everything. If I do good and they use evil to pay me, they should stay in that country. They will never come back to Ghana until they grow old.
They should stay there.
Yes. Even their children, the child that they will give birth to is here in Ghana. That child will never see them until they grow old. They will be there. I will come to Ghana and come and meet them. They will be there. I will come and meet them.
So they are there now.
They are there.
They grow old. They are growing. They are not coming.
That's what I'm talking about. It's very serious. Me, one thing about me that I'm someone that I like free. I like to help. But if you do something to me, I won't talk.
You have to release that code.
I try severally, but it's very difficult.
You see, in this life, they say those who use gun, or the Bible said those who use sword, they die by sword, the same sword. So, you see, me before you do something and I say I'm going to lay code on you, then I know that is your end. Are you getting me? I know what they've done. They've hurt you so bad. But you see, when they insult you and your family like that, those ones you have to just leave it to God.
That's the one thing that even the house that I rent, now I become homeless. They take the house. So, because when I was growing up, my grandmother always told me that I shouldn't curse anyone. If I curse somebody, it's going to. So I don't curse. Before I open my mouth to say something, that means the thing is very severe.
Okay.
So sometimes, if I'm there, sometimes if you are preaching, some of the preaching goes straight to me. But how to reverse it? No.
Okay, so listeners.
So this is very important that everybody has to be very careful.
So listeners, curse is not good. As for curse, it's not good. It's not good. It's a dangerous thing, no. It's
Because
a dangerous
they
thing.
don't
no.
know that I do something like this.
Yes.
They don't even know.
It's a dangerous thing. And then we need to advise ourselves. And then all I'm saying is that as for our family, the password on the family, our marriage, the password in our marriage, our workplace, we need to find and open it. Then it opens the door and go. Just as Senam is saying, somebody is a password on them. So they also have to find and then they open the password. Is that clear?
Papa, yada asinyakupo nhyira. Ahwefo yegusua ne mo studio bi na yebekọ papa ho na yede papa ko twetwe nyame adoma ne o ma ne ma nyame adoma Sunday. Olivo. Pada ma nyame adoma ko siada ede na o ma ko siada.
Okay, Sunday we are all going to be impacted by the spirit of that kind of rope. When they tie you with rope, with the seconds the rope must split down completely. So in a way they say a camouflage is out. So when you come Sunday, that is the power or the impartation I'm going to give to members. We don't sell it. So you come, just be a member, make yourself available as a member, then everything is made available to you. So anybody who kidnap you or anything, they say they are tying you, just advise them not to tie you, because the ones they tie you, within a second that rope will just tie to pieces down. And it will be your protection. One day you will save yourself out of that. So Sunday that program is coming. And Sunday, I think it will be the first week, right?
Of no.
Okay. Next week before we share, yes, Moja. Okay. With this note, till we meet again, I say 24 gunshot salute. Power.
That is our program.